I've got 6 unique side hustles you likely haven't heard of before that can earn you an extra $1,000 or more per month. Some of these you can do over the weekend or just for a couple of hours during the week, and at least one of them can eventually earn you some passive income. Squarespace is one of the easiest and fastest ways to get a website done for beginners. For just $11 per month, you get access to a big variety of templates that you can customize with their intuitive drag and drop builder and link to a custom domain. Now, what most people don't know is that you can sign up to their service, build a couple of website templates, and sell them online to customers who want a ready-made and good-looking website tailored to their niche. And there is definitely a market for this type of service because I'm selling website templates designed on another platform called Showit, and I've been making some stable passive income with it for the past couple of months. Now, yes, I did need to spend some time in the beginning to make a couple of websites, and I do plan on making more, but I haven't touched my Etsy shop in 3 weeks, but I've still made over $300 while doing nothing. Now, there is a bit of a learning curve to it, and it takes some time to build up a portfolio of templates, but once you have a couple ready to post, you can get the ball rolling pretty fast like I did back in February. This is a pretty good side hustle you can do online with little investment, so I'd give this a 4 out of 5 in terms of potential. If you'd like me to cover how to design and sell templates in Squarespace, drop me a comment, and if there's enough interest, then I will make that video. I recently came across an article on CNBC about a gentleman who went from working 6 jobs to earning 6 figures a year with a single type of service. Now, you've heard me say a couple of times on this channel that I grew my wedding photography service to a 6-figure business. Notice how I'm putting emphasis on the word service. I firmly believe that a service-based side hustle is one of the best and fastest ways to start making money. There are hundreds of low barriers to entry services that you can do, but one of them in particular is quite lucrative, and that is helping people move on TaskRabbit. This is exactly the service that helped this gentleman make $109,000 in a single year. You see, TaskRabbit is a service platform that connects customers with taskers to do various gigs. If you go on their site and click on Become a Tasker, you'll just select your area and choose a category. TaskRabbit will estimate your hourly earnings based on the category of your choice. For example, help moving is estimated to bring around $37 per hour, which means that if you work 30 hours per month, which is less than 10 hours a week, you can make over $1,000 per month on TaskRabbit. And the good thing with this platform is you keep 100% of your earnings, there is no commission on the tasker. They charge the customer a service fee on top of your hourly rate. Now, the gentleman from the article built up his reputation to a point where he now charges $70 an hour and people still pay for it. So considering that you don't need much to get started here and you're relying on a platform to do most of the advertising for you, I'm gonna give this side hustle a 4 out of 5 in terms of money making potential. The advertising industry is quickly being reshaped as our society becomes ever more mobile. For example, companies like Rapify and Carvertise will pay you to wrap your car in advertisements. This type of side hustle is perfect for anyone having daily commutes or using their car regularly on a daily basis. With Rapify in particular, you can get paid between $180 and $452 per month, depending on how much wrap coverage you'd want on your car, how many miles you end up driving, which campaign zones you cover, and how much you sit in traffic. The wrapping process takes between 6 and 8 hours, and Rapify guarantee no damage to the paint on your vehicle. And in addition to you getting paid per mile, Rapify organize swarm events, which means that all their drivers within a specific area with their cars wrapped meet up and drive in a designated zone for a designated time. People have reported being paid up to $140 an hour for such organized events, with one driver reported to have earned $1,765 for participating in 3 of these events throughout the year. Signing up to Rapify is easy, but you do have to meet a couple of requirements to become eligible for their campaigns, such as having a car no older than 2010, having a clean driving record, insurance, and so on. Considering that you're being paid to basically just drive, this is a very easy side hustle for a good number of people, which is why I give it a 4 out of 5 in terms of potential. The market size of the wedding industry in the US is estimated to be around $70 billion, with the average cost of a wedding around $20,000. And if you guys have been following my channel, you know I've been working in this industry for the past 4 years, and it's definitely a lucrative business that is always going to be around. And no doubt, one of the biggest expenses in a wedding is the planner, who coordinates with the vendors and ensures that everything is going smoothly leading up to the big day. A planner can end up costing as much as $2,000 for a single typical wedding, and I can tell you right now that as long as you enjoy working with people and like going to events, then it is definitely a very doable business even for a beginner. Look, I've learned wedding photography through YouTube, and knowing this business quite well, I can tell you that wedding planning can also be learned through online courses in a very similar way. And just for the record, the money that the planner receives from a couple is only half the story. Every planner we work with also receives a commission from us as wedding photographers if we get booked for a wedding based on their recommendation. Now, I can talk about this business model for hours, as I think it's one of the best in 2023. In fact, I am planning to do an interview with a wedding planner we work with every year in Dubai to talk through her story and how she got started. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to drop a comment down below. Amazon is the #1 retailer in the world, and if you live in the US and own a car, you can sign up to their Flex program to earn between $18 and $25 an hour. In a nutshell, you can use your own car to deliver packages for Amazon as a way of earning some extra money. The good thing is you don't have a fixed schedule. Flex pays in hourly blocks, meaning that whenever you have time, you can open up their app and book a few blocks on that day to deliver their packages. Blocks will include the date, type of delivery, expected earnings, start time, and estimated duration. Now, since you'd be working as an independent contractor, you are responsible for your own expenses such as mileage, parking, tolls, and insurance coverage. It's also worth to know that you must be at least 21 years old, have a valid driver's license, and own a mid to large size vehicle to deliver these packages. Some people have reported earning over $5,000 in 3 months, with maximum payments of $145 for a 3-hour delivery. In terms of money-making potential, I'd rate this a 3 out of 5. You can't really fail with doing gigs for Amazon. They pay reliably and they're a reputable company. Playlist Push and Submit Hub are platforms that help independent recording artists get their songs reviewed and added to popular playlists with a large following on Spotify. Think of it as a form of advertisement for musicians wanting to push their songs out to a wider audience. These platforms help with that by paying curators to listen to these songs, give their feedback, and add them to one or more of their playlists. If you're a regular Spotify user or have a social media presence and listen to music frequently, you can become a playlist curator and get paid to promote these artists' songs by adding them to your playlists. How much you get paid does depend on the platform. For example, Submit Hub pays around $0.5 per each song added to a playlist, while Playlist Push can pay up to $15 per song. And there are multiple ways you can qualify to become a curator. For example, if you have a Spotify account and a couple of playlists, you need to have at least one playlist with 1,000 organic and engaged followers. Now, this may sound hard, but playlists on Spotify can go viral very quickly if they're posted in relevant subreddits, forums, social media pages, or blogs. You can also get paid if you have a YouTube channel, a blog, or an Instagram page with a decent number of followers. If music is something you enjoy and don't consider listening to new artists as work, then this is definitely a good way of making some extra cash on the side, but you do need to build an audience before you can start this side hustle. 3 out of 5 in terms of money making potential. Alright, that's been it. Hope you found at least a couple of these useful. Be sure to leave a like if you did, sub if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.